Okay, we're starting with page 1419, chapter 3. They remember the garden in the Rue Plumet. That was the last time. From that last gleam on, there was complete extinction. No more familiarity, no more good evening with a kiss, never again that word so intensely sweet, father. At his own demand, and through his own complicity, he was driven from every happiness in succession, and he endured this misery, that after having wholly lost Cosette in one day, he subsequently had to lose her again little by little. At last the eye grows accustomed to the light of a cellar. In short, to have a vision of Cosette every day sufficed him. His whole life was concentrated in that hour. He sat by her side. He looked at her in silence, or rather he talked to her of the years long gone, of her childhood, of the convent, of her friends of those days. One afternoon, it was one of the early days of April, already warm, still fresh, the season of great cheerfulness in the sunshine. The gardens that lay below Marius's and Cosette's windows were feeling the emotion of awakening. The hawthorn was beginning to peep. A jeweled array of carnations spread across the old walls. The rosy snapdragons gaped in the cracks between the stones. There was a charming beginning of daisies and buttercups in the grass. The white butterflies of the year made their debut. The wind, that minstrel of the eternal wedding, tried out in the trees the first notes of the grand oral symphony which the old poets call the Renaissance. Marius said to Cosette, "We have said that we would go to see our garden in the Rue Plumet again. Let's go. We mustn't be ungrateful." And they flew away like two swallows toward the spring. That garden in the Rue Plumet seemed like the dawn to them. Behind them they already had something like the springtime of their love. The house in the Rue Plumet, held on a lease, still belonged to Cosette. They went to this garden and the house. There they found themselves again. They forgot themselves. That evening at the usual hour, Jean Valjean came to the Rue Fillet de Calvaire. "Madame has gone out with Monsieur, and has not yet returned," Basque said to him. He sat down in silence and waited an hour. Cosette did not return. He bowed his head and went away. Cosette was so intoxicated with her walk to the garden, and so happy over having lived a whole day in her past, that she did not speak of anything else the next day. It did not occur to her that she had not seen Jean Valjean. "How did you get there?" Jean Valjean asked her. "We walked." "And how did you return?" "In a fiacre." So, she's now completely separating out bit by bit, but he started it, but she's continuing with that. So we're going to pick up at book 9, Supreme Shadow, Supreme Dawn, chapter 1, Pity for the Unhappy, but Indulgence for the Happy, on page 1426.